Okay, harvest time here in Arizona typically starts in mid to late December. The first thing that has to happen is we have to get cooperation from Mother Nature. By that I mean we need to get 2 or 3 nights in a row of a very hard freeze being 25, 26 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. What that does is it pulls the moisture out of the hulls around the pecans, and then they're ready to shake. The first step for us for harvesting is where we shake the trees. And you'll see the shakers, and what the shakers do is they'll grab a tree in 2 or 3 different locations near the base of the tree and give it a good vibration, and then that knocks the pecans to the ground. It also knocks a lot of sticks and a lot of leaves and everything to the ground. So after the harvest, we'll walk through the fields and pick the sticks up to get them out of the way of the harvester. Next comes the rake. And what the rake does is it takes all the leaves and the hulls and the nuts that have been shaken to the ground and puts them in a windrow. And the rake is typically maybe an hour or 2 behind the shake. And so it gets it in a nice windrow, and within an hour or 2 behind that rake comes the harvester. And what the harvester actually does is it picks the pecans up off the ground, and as it drops them into a buggy that trails behind the harvester, there's a fan that blows out all the leaves and lightweight hulls and things, so that what we're trying to do is just bring pecans into the trailer to take to the cleaning barn. This is that dusty part of the harvest, and if you live in our area, you live around the pecan orchard, you can tell where they're harvesting the pecans because you'll see some clouds of dust. You work hard to minimize that dust with cover crops. You cut the grass short before you harvest, and with water applied to the particularly dusty fields. After we harvest, we transport the nuts from the field to the cleaning barn, and that's done either in a buggy or we put it into a big belly dump truck, and we'll move it up to the cleaning barn. And the cleaning barn is the final step of the harvest on the farm side, I should say. And what we do there is the pecans will go through a process where we remove any sticks or rocks that were picked up in the field, any remaining field trash, clumps of dirt or hulls, and the pecans in the shell move their way through. The pecans go through a series of aspirators that blow out the lightweight nuts that aren't filled and will not make their way to the processing plant. And then we also pull out any stick tights where the hulls have been adhered to the nut, and that typically is a sign of a pecan that is not filled as well. From there, we size the pecans, we give a quality inspection, and we move them into the processing plant where they're kept frozen, typically at about 22 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit, until they're ready for processing.